Mandarin ducks have long been admired for their beauty, and they hold a special place not only in the natural world, but also in human culture. They are known for their vivid plumage, graceful movement, and the fact that they are almost always seen in pairs. Because of this, they have become a timeless emblem of love and devotion. In Chinese tradition, they are much more than birds. They represent loyalty, harmony, joy, and good fortune within marriage, making them one of the most recognizable symbols of a happy partnership. In China, the name for Mandarin ducks is yuanyang. The word itself is made of two characters, yuan for the male and yang for the female. Their plumage differs dramatically, the male with his striking bright feathers and the female with her more subdued tones. Because of this difference, the phrase yuan yang is also used in Cantonese to describe an odd couple or two things that don't appear to match but still belong together. This metaphor has passed into everyday speech, proving just how deeply these ducks are woven into cultural consciousness. In their natural environment, Mandarin ducks often live in close partnership. They are famous for forming long-lasting bonds, which is why people see them as a model of faithfulness. When people spot them swimming or walking together, they see a reflection of true companionship, two beings that stay close, share life, and rarely separate. Their bright, eye-catching appearance only makes this symbolism stronger. Over time, their meaning spread to other cultures in East Asia. In Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, they also came to represent the devotion of couples who remain inseparable. Weddings, of course, are the celebration of love and unity, and it is no surprise that Mandarin ducks play a role in these ceremonies. In China, the wedding day is believed to be filled with auspicious energy known as qi, which blesses the new couple. It is a tradition to give the bride and groom a pair of Mandarin ducks as a gift, wishing them joy, harmony, and everlasting love. Even Chinese proverbs use them as symbols of affection. Couples in love are described as two Mandarin ducks playing in water, yuanyang xishui, an image that captures both intimacy and happiness. The motif of these birds is everywhere in art. For centuries, they have been painted on scrolls, carved into sculptures, embroidered on fabric, and even used in home decorations like vases and screens. Often, they appear alongside other lucky symbols. A lotus flower may accompany them to represent peace, while the double happiness character may be included to emphasize marital joy. Through this pairing of images, the idea of love, prosperity, and unity is reinforced in both art and daily life. But Mandarin ducks are not just a cultural symbol. They also have roots in old legends and literature. Before they became associated with romance, they were used to represent brotherhood. Ancient poetry, written hundreds of years ago, often compared the bond between brothers to that of Mandarin ducks. In one farewell poem, the writer laments separation, saying, "We two were trees, linked limb to limb. You and I were like one body. We were once those ducks that mate for life, now split like the stars Shen and Chen." In these lines, the ducks represent deep companionship and the sorrow of parting. By the Tang dynasty, from 618 to 907, the meaning of Mandarin ducks shifted toward romance. The poet Lu Zhaolian wrote that lovers envy the happiness of a pair of Mandarin ducks rather than the immortals. His words captured the imagination of his time, and soon, the birds were inseparable from the idea of true love. This association grew stronger through the centuries, until they became one of the most beloved emblems of romance in Chinese culture. The legend of Ying Mei and Yuan Ge is perhaps the most famous story linked to these birds. Yuan Ge was a gardener working for a government official named Hong Fu. One day, during a local festival, Ying Mei, Hong Fu's daughter, fell into a lotus pond and cried for help. Yuan Ge leapt into the water to rescue her, but instead of gratitude, her father accused him of impropriety. Even though Ying Mei pleaded for Yuan Ge's innocence, her father had him imprisoned. At night, Ying Mei secretly visited Yuan Ge in his cell, and gave him a beautiful, multicolored robe. Unfortunately, the guards noticed and reported her actions to her father. Enraged, Hongfu ordered Yuange to be bound with stones and thrown into the pond. Unable to bear losing him, Yingmei jumped into the water as well. Days later, witnesses saw two Mandarin ducks swimming gracefully in the pond. The male's feathers glowed with the same brilliant colors as the robe Yingmei had given. People believed that the two lovers had been transformed into these birds, united forever as a pair. This story became a lasting symbol of devotion that defies even death. Beyond legend and poetry, Mandarin ducks play an important role in feng shui. Practitioners believe that keeping a pair of Mandarin ducks in the home invites love energy, strengthens existing relationships, and can even help singles find a partner. Because they are believed to stay together for life, their presence is thought to bring unity and stability. Married couples display them to resolve conflict, deepen affection, and secure marital bliss. For singles, they symbolize the possibility of finding the right partner. Placement is crucial in feng shui. Traditionally, the southwest corner of a home is linked with love and partnerships. By placing a pair of Mandarin ducks in this area, you are believed to enhance harmony and longevity in relationships. In bedrooms, the same principle applies. Placing them in the far right corner encourages closeness between couples. Married pairs often keep the figurines on the husband's side of the bed, while singles may place them on a bedside table. There are also specific rules. Only one pair should be kept, never more, because the symbolism is about unity, not abundance. They should always appear together, never apart or facing away from one another. A red ribbon tied around their necks is said to symbolize passion and marriage. Adding a lotus flower enhances their energy further, as the lotus represents purity and peace. Care is important as well. The figurines should always be clean, whole, and displayed in a bright space. Broken or damaged ducks should be replaced, as they are seen as unlucky. The materials used also matter. Rose quartz is one of the most popular, often called the love stone, and is strongly associated with romance and marriage. Crystal ducks are believed to heal rifts and strengthen bonds. Jade, considered a heavenly stone, brings peace, luck, and companionship. Wooden ducks symbolize growth and family ties, while brass versions carry the energy of clarity, stability, and long-term contentment. Paintings of Mandarin ducks are another option, especially when displayed in the southwest area of the home or bedroom. Over the centuries, Mandarin ducks have grown into one of the most cherished cultural symbols in Asia. They appear in stories, art, literature, and daily practices, always reminding people of the values of faithfulness, unity, and lasting love. Whether given as a wedding gift, placed in the home as a feng shui remedy, or admired in a painting, they continue to represent the beauty of partnership. From their origins in poetry to their role in feng shui today, Mandarin ducks remain powerful symbols of romance. Their presence whispers a message of devotion, reminding us of the happiness that comes from walking through life with someone who stays faithfully by our side. They are not just birds, but timeless emblems of harmony, togetherness, and love that never fades. For more details on this topic, check out the corresponding article on our website. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.